So on the third day of semester, my uni gave to me 3 PhD reviews. Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Caroline. I'm a UK-based physics lecturer, and this is my little alternative to 2020 Vlogmas. It is the 12 days of uni semester. So I'm tracking 12 days in the build-up to the end of term before we break at the university for Christmas. And this is my last teaching week this side before the holidays. And I have quite a long list of things left that I need to do. And one of them is my PhD student reviews. So I am currently the supervisor to 3 PhD students as their primary supervisor. I'm also the second supervisor to a further 3 students. Last year, one of my students actually finished their PhD during Vlogmas, so I'll include a link down below if you want to see the day when they got awarded their PhD. But right now, I need to make sure that I've completed the reviews for the PhD students for which I am the primary supervisor. So if you're new to the world of academia, as a PhD student, typically you're going to get given 2 supervisors, the primary or the main supervisor and your secondary supervisor. And your secondary supervisor, they might be very hands-on with the project and be very engaged with your work, or sometimes they're a bit more of a kind of a sleeping second supervisor, I guess, and they will get periodically involved and keep a track of what you're doing, but they won't necessarily be there every day, every week, seeing what you're up to. But I have 3 PhD students that I'm the primary supervisor before, and before Christmas I always like to do an end of year review. So it's just a chance where we sit down and have a chat about things that have happened over the last year, progress, things that have gone well, things that the student is pleased about, but also kind of a to-do list of things that we want to tackle in the new year. And I think it's just so useful that when you come back in after a few weeks break, where you're kind of starting to pick back up into the rhythm of academic life again in January, to have a ready-made to-do list of things that you identified before Christmas that you knew you wanted to continue with in your PhD when you returned to your studies in January. So that's what we'll be doing. The relationship between the supervisor and the PhD student, is not the same as the one when I was working in industry. So in industry, I was the line manager to a team of people that included graduate students all the way through to experienced colleagues working in the department I was in. And as their industry supervisor, I was involved in doing their appraisals, making sure we had a workflow for everybody, making sure everybody's career was progressing, but they were also satisfying the demands for our customer base. And it's quite different, I think, being a PhD supervisor. So yes, I am monitoring the students in terms of their hours and making sure that things are going okay and they're not overworking, they're not underworking. But also my job really is to make sure that they are tracking with their project. You know, the project is going in a direction that's going to lead them towards having novel research that can be published and that is worthy of a dissertation to allow them to achieve their goal of becoming a doctor. So yeah, quite often as the supervisor you'll come up with a project, and then quite often for the first year you will be heavily leading the project in the direction it's going in. But then really as you kind of move into the second and third years of the PhD studying that topic, you sort of want them to take over the reins and for them to be suggesting directions and ideas, and it to become a conversation where you're debating and discussing the best ways to take the project forwards, rather than as the supervisor always directing the research. So yeah, I have these 3 PhD reviews to complete. Every month we actually have a kind of a formal record of a meeting that we've had between myself and the various PhD students, and that gets logged. And then, as I said, before Christmas, it's a personal thing. I encourage my students to think about what they have achieved this year and what they want to do when they come back at the start of the next calendar year. So yeah, that's what I'm up to next. I've got then some more bits and pieces coming up, but I will put those in my future days of semester. So just as a reminder, I'm posting every Monday, Thursday and Saturday in the run up to Christmas, and I am covering just what it's like being a lecturer working here in the UK as we complete the last few weeks of term. So I hope wherever you are in the world, you're safe and things are going okay for you. If you're working at a university, I hope these last few weeks of semester are going smoothly. Look after yourselves, do subscribe. It's really fun to have an academic university related space here on YouTube. But I will see you on Thursday, and on Thursday it will be the 4th day of semester. So I hope to see you then. Look after yourselves, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.